segunda esquina.
Crazy moment.
Aquí arriba pues se quiere reventar una. Arránquese bien.
아, 안녕. 맞아. 안녕 하세요야. 예. Gracias.
I think Mexico's gonna win.
Yeah, Mexico is a very good
I hope
team.
so.
Say you dance really well.
This is your place.
Wow.
I hope
This is your place.
I hope you feel at home.
Thank you.